Today we're talking Super Bowl and inheritance and the Olympics. If these are things you'd like to hear, stay tuned. Welcome back, YouTube family. My name is Monica and I am your hostess for We the People TV 2022. If you are new, welcome. And if you're returning, thank you for your support. Well, what time is it? It's time to... Okay, so this week's video is a little late because I had my nieces visiting this past weekend and there was no way I was going to be able to film this video without them wanting to be in it. So I decided to make it late, but they'll have their debut soon enough. So we're starting off with the Super Bowl that was not this past Sunday, but last Sunday. And if you watched, who's your favorite performer? Let me get it together, y'all. Hold on. Okay. So the jury was asked, Super Bowl Sunday was yesterday. If you watch, who was your favorite performer? And here's what they had to say. So my favorite performer was Mary J. Blige, MJB, baby. She looked stunning in her outfit. She performed per usual, excellent. Saw her in concert last year, I think, at our amphitheater here in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Roll Tide Nation. Yeah, so that's who I really enjoyed. But y'all know what? Folks was giving 50 Cent the business about his weight. So one of my jurors who's not, I don't know if she wants me to say her name, but one of my jurors contacted me and was like, did you notice 50 Cent got big? And so I really didn't notice. I thought I've been seeing him off and on the screen, but he didn't really look that big to me. So yeah, but the folks, the streets was giving him the business. They was calling him $1. They said he been eating good off them power checks. And he done went from a 50 cent to $1.50. So yeah, people was really joining on 50 Cent and his weight. So who's your favorite performer at the Super Bowl? Comment below. In addition to your favorite performer at the Super Bowl, the jury was also asked if this was the Super Bowl of all time. Here's what they had to say. So I don't have a best performance of all time because I can vaguely remember the performances of the Super Bowl. However, this was an epic one for me. I really enjoyed Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre in the next episode. I love when that beat drop. It's the one and only beat. So here's what the jury thought about the best performance of all time. Our juror Sean said Prince. Our juror Edward said MJ 1993 and Prince 2007. Our juror Tanya said that she was so hype about the Super Bowl, she put something down and she's still looking for it. So this was lit for her. Our juror Monet said Prince. And yeah. So comment below. Who's your best performance at the Super Bowl? So a family member left you and your spouse everything, a legal inheritance. Do you split it with your siblings? Comment below. So our jurors commented about this one. And our juror Tanya said, family is not all the same when it comes to this. She's exactly right. It's something about money with people. People change when money is involved. And family is no different. But I feel like if I was left an inheritance, yes, I would split that with my siblings. Unless there are guidelines in the inheritance that says that they shouldn't get anything. And also, if one of my siblings were like addicted to a drug or something that I knew if giving them like money or something like that, or something that was valuable that they could sell, I wouldn't give it to them because I knew they probably would use it for the drugs. But if their life was together and I saw the progress that they were making, then sure, yes, I would give them their portion. Our juror Sean says, if I got, my family got. Way to go, Sean. Good answer. Our juror Cynthia said, hell to the no. I'm taking this shit and her siblings don't get along. And probably because, like I said before, you know, when it comes to money and people change. Hate that for you, Cynthia. Our juror Tanisha commented, well, is what inheritance splittable? That's a good question also. But I'm also certain that if you have an inheritance, it'll all be laid out for you, Tanisha. So yes, it should be splittable. Go on, flip that with your family. Flip it. Comment below. Would you split with your family an inheritance? So trending in the news was Miss Sha'Carri Richardson. She challenged the Olympics board or committee about her denial to participate in the Olympics when Camila Valieva, I don't know how to say her name, y'all. Excuse me, I'm not good at enunciating. She tested positive twice in 2 months. Here's what the jury had to say. My take on Sha'Carri Richardson is yes, she should challenge the Olympic board or committee because although she tested positive for marijuana, this young lady tested positive for a drug that enhances your ability, I want to say. But marijuana decreases your ability. So, yes, I think that was a good call for her to challenge them. What did you think? Comment below. Also in the news last week, there was a story about music being a catalyst for violence. The jury was posed the question, do you think that any genre of music invokes violence? Here's what they had to say. My take on that about music invoking violence is no, I do not think that music invokes violence. I feel like people already have their mind made up about what they want to do when they do any type of violence, unless they are provoked to be violent. Yes, so I don't think it's music. I don't think music does. And if it does, my question is, or would be, what were the people listening to when they stormed the Capitol? I know it wasn't no rap. Comment below what you think they were listening to. So Nick Cannon is trending in the news last week again. Girl, it wasn't no baby. You wrong for that. But anyway, it was for his new song. He's released a new song. It's called Alone. And it is sampled from his ex-wife's music, Mariah Carey's Love Takes Time. And I posed the question to the jury, should Mariah take Nick back? The street's saying he want Mariah back for his new song, y'all. Comment below. What do you think? Finally, in the news last week, the NFL hired Loretta Lynch, a former attorney general who is also a black woman. And the jury was posed, what are your thoughts about them hiring a black woman as their lawyer? Well, here are my thoughts. If there is no discrimination going on in the NFL, then why would you hire someone black? Are you trying to prove a point, NFL? Or are you using this black lady to make her a character? Comment below. What do you think?
Have you subscribed? Give us a big thumbs up. We gotta be